Hi everybody, I hope everybody is doing well. I was away for a couple of days. I had some things to handle, things happen and we have to do stuff. So especially with the actual context of geopolitical tension and stuff. So one thing that I wanted to highlight today is the fact that if you are using cloud and you depend on Amazon or any big provider these days, make sure you have a backup of your data offline locally, stuff that you can access, because the tension is growing. The thing is not going to calm down as it seems, so you should have a backup of your data out of the cloud. The cloud is a main target for foreign actors. They really want to dismiss the operational capability of states, and sadly targeting the cloud data center is an easy target for them, and this will continue and keep up. So side effects, between, even if they don't target, like, let's say, data center in the US and stuff like that, they may target networks and may have some side effects and availability issues. So I strongly recommend that if you haven't had a recovery solution, backup alternative solution, this is something to check out right now. Next, Lexisnexis confirm a big data breach. Well, big, just 2 gig of file, but sensitive file. If you know that company, they do handle some very sensitive data, and it's coming from a threat actor named FulcrumSec that leaked this data. Lexisnexis is a global provider of legal business information research tool and stuff. They do have a lot of sensitive information, so I will watch that and what's coming out of this. I will share a link to the article so you know a bit more about what have been moving out of that, and you can take action if you may be affected. An interesting vulnerability here, the vulnerability that turned your AI agent against you. Again, AI is in the beginning of things, so you should not give it too much right, too much power, because you don't know what's going to happen. And as we can see, like, the exploits piling up. So this one is triggering action by using just calendar invites. It has been exploited before. It's still something that is exploited. It's a zero-click vulnerability. It means that you do not have to do anything with it. We know that Amazon person that used the automation and lost all of her mailbox, email, and stuff like that got randomly deleted, and that's something to stay aware. I mean, if you play with it, fine, but make sure that you have some replication. I mean, if you need automation, the good thing could be like you dedicate a mailbox to that, you put a redirection rule, and let it handle on a spare mailbox so you don't expose and put your actual data in danger. Next up, thousands of iPhone compromised in massive hack using something called Coruna Exploit Kit, and that actually exploit 23 vulnerabilities. This is a good reminder that you must not trust your technological devices, and you must try to reduce your attack surface. This means that installing less apps, do not store sensitive information in it, encrypt all of them, and make sure you have backup plan. What if tomorrow your device is corrupted? What access is it giving? Most likely your bank, your password manager, and stuff like that. So be aware of that, and make sure you have backups of your 2FA account if you use TOTP and stuff like that. Ideally, you may want to have sometime like a phone without a SIM card as a backup plan at home or somewhere else. So when you lose it, you don't get totally kicked out of your accounts, and if it gets exploited like that, you can actually have another device to actually recover and start the change of your password. Because if you get corrupted, you will have to go through all your credentials and update it, change them one by one without using your actual corrupted device. Otherwise, the attacker will be aware of the change. So something to keep in mind. All this connected crap, you know how it goes? Well, that's the issue with vehicle tire pressure sensor, TPMS. They are leaving a digital trail, and researchers have been able to identify and spot the cars using the broadcast of the TPMS. That's very interesting. We knew Bluetooth broadcast was already used, and it's easy to identify someone and track them, because when you have Bluetooth in your car, there is a unique MAC address on the car, and if your phone is connected to it, your phone is also broadcasting. So the pair of MAC address connected together is an actually great valid identity allowing to track you. But now the TPMS is also something that can be exploited. Right now, there is no obvious exploit on the car, but I bet the next step will be, you know, trying buffer overflow on the TPMS receiver side on the system and see if it's connected to the CAN bus and stuff like that. So I don't like wireless, I still don't like it, and we have to watch what's happening there because it could be leading to something dangerous. Bitwarden, a great password manager. They do have support for passkey login on Windows 11. This is a good solution for businesses because you don't need to have like a password anymore. You may want to use the passkey for Bitwarden. That's something cool to have. It's going to be like your universal key, and that's something great. And finally, two things I shared on LinkedIn. I shared this nice post about SynthflowAI, which highlight the issue with AI implementation. So this is very aligned with the AI topics that we covered previously. And they spoke about it using the ISO 2701 context, which is ISMS, Information Security Management System. You know, I'm an ISO 2701 certified lead influencer, and also 27701, which is about data privacy not influencer, implementer. Sorry for that. And so that's something. I will put the link if you want to have a look to that. They do bring some nice analysis. And yeah, don't let AI hijack your effort and your information system management issue. And finally, there is a coming event from Xygeni about vibecoding without regret. Something, if you are using vibecoding, you know, using this base 44 application and stuff like that, you create application with from AI. This is something you may want to have a look at because you may not realize the amount of security control that you need to compensate the fact that you do not actually type the code yourself and you don't review it. You need some solution around that. So this is going to be a nice event. I will share the link in the comment. And that's it for today. I wish you a great day. Yeah, I was on the road all day, so I may look a little bit tired. Don't worry, everything is fine. See you later, and thank you.